Hey guys, it's Gigi. Welcome back to my kitchen. Come on in. Let's cook up a recipe together today. If you remember, for Memorial Day, we simmered and slow cooked a pork roast. And I told you that day we made barbecue sliders, but I wanted to use some of that pork later on in the week. And I'm gonna shred some of the pork and I'm gonna make some carnitas today, okay? Just shredded pork taco, basically, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I've got you over here at my stove. I'm gonna angle you down so you can see what I'm doing. I've got my cast iron pan. I'm gonna put some heat up under it. And to that, I'm gonna add a little oil to my pan. My hands are washed and cleaned. And I have got some of our leftover pork, and I'm gonna let that heat up just a little bit. I've got some of my homemade taco seasoning. I've got a lime, and we're gonna put some seasoning into our pork, and then we are gonna assemble us some shredded pork tacos. Now I'm gonna prepare the meat over here at the stove, and then I'll move this over there to my the other side of my kitchen and we'll assemble it together, okay? So let's get started on this pork. So I am going to the meat is absolutely pull apart tender. So I am just going to shred some of the meat into this oiled pan. And guys, I'm just making me some lunch. And I'm going to make a little bit of extra because I can also use this for our supper tonight. As you can hear, it's starting to sizzle. That's always a good sign. So I'm just shredding up this pork. Okay, gonna give my hands a quick wash and I'll be right back. All right, let's season up our barbecue pork with a little homemade taco seasoning. And I am also going to take this lime. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of fresh lime juice in there. Guys, just gonna let this cook up. Let that taco seasoning infuse into that pork with that lime juice. And as soon as this gets heated all the way through, because you know our pork is already been cooked. And I'm gonna move this over there. I'll come back with you and we're gonna assemble this. All right, I decided while I was still over here at the stove, I took our shredded pork up and I'm going to lightly toast our tortilla, our taco shell tortilla on both sides. Just put a little got a little butter in my pan. So I'm gonna toast it up just a little bit. Then we'll assemble it. All right, I've got us back over here on this side of my kitchen. Y'all, it's time to assemble our pork taco, okay? So listen, you dress your taco however you like it, okay? I've just got out some things that I like on mine. Now I'm using my little tray just while I assemble it because it's just easier to keep it together. But I have toasted my taco shell. And so what I'm gonna do first is I am going to put a little bit of my shredded cheese on the very bottom. And then I'm going to put some of my pork. I'm going to layer it and I'm going to let me make sure y'all I'm in view. And then I'm going to put some of my, just want to make sure that you can see me okay. Okay, yeah, I think that's better. Then I'm going to layer some of my pork on top of my cheese. That's a creamy mozzarella cheese. and it's the creamy blend with cream cheese in it. So it melts up so creamy. So I'm putting some of this warm pork on top of it. Okay, and then I have just selected a few things for myself. I've got some little green onions that I'm gonna put on here. I've got some little radishes that I chopped up, kind of julienne, sliced them. Okay, I've got a little bit of lettuce. I've got a little bit, I chopped it really, really fine. And that's some purple onion. And I did not have any fresh cilantro, so I'm using my dried cilantro. And I've got a little bit of, I'm gonna put a little bit of sour cream. On my taco. Then I'm gonna add a little bit more cheese. And I'm gonna add some salsa to my taco. And a little bit more of my dried cilantro to the top of that. And then I'm gonna top it off with a little squeeze of lime. And there, guys, is our pork taco. Now let's give it a try. You can just serve it with a little extra salsa on the side if you would like. A little extra dollop of salsa. Sour cream just for dipping your taco in if you like extra. I love sour cream, so I can't ever have too much sour cream. But guys, just like that, with leftover pork and a little taco seasoning, you can have yourself a delicious taco for lunch. Let's give it a bite. Mmm. Oh yeah. That's delicious, guys. Delicious. Get creative with your leftovers. You'd be amazed at, you could take some of that, and I may do this because I have a pretty good bit of barbecue pork left over. But I think a barbecue pork pizza would be delicious. That's good, guys. That's good. So, get in your kitchen, use your leftovers, get creative with your food, and come up with ideas. Excuse me. Come up with ideas. Play around with your food. Play around with flavors. Sometimes you may put something together and you're like, that doesn't go good together. But a lot of times you can just get in your kitchen, play with your seasonings, with your food, and figure out what works good together, what pairs well together. And sometimes you'll be pleasantly surprised. Okay? Like I said, I think a barbecue pizza with some pineapple, some red onion, some barbecue. This would make a great pizza too. Well, listen, I'm going to hush. I'm going to go eat my lunch. But before I do, can I encourage you to be the hands and feet of Jesus? Be his mouthpiece. Share his loving kindness with someone today. You won't have to look very far to find somebody who stands in need, okay? All right, this is Gigi saying goodbye one more time. from my kitchen, but we'll be together again real soon for another great recipe. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.